Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Clone Wars movie. I did review Rogue One a few weeks ago, and I'm going to review the Clone Wars movie now. Before I'm going to do like retrospectives on the Clone Wars, all 7 seasons. I think it's good to knock off the Clone Wars movie first. So let's just get into this. So I start off the movie with the Battle of Christophsis, and I like Battle of Christophsis. Okay, this first part here. Okay, the big alien dude that Obi-Wan talks to looks really, really weird. The city actually looks really nice. It looks unique to Star Wars. That's insane. Wow, if only the sequels had unique planets. It looks like a really cool terrain, okay? I'd like to explore this in Lego Star Wars. Immediately, we can see Anakin and Obi-Wan's banter is absolutely golden. It's like it is in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It is so good. And it is one of the best parts about the show, okay? It's amazing. And yeah, I love Obi-Wan here as well. Like, he's probably one of the best parts about the movie. Okay, he just sits down with the enemy and just kind of distracts him and kind of does negotiations, which is just really weird. Okay, the negotiations weren't as short as they were in Episode 1 this time, right, Obi-Wan? And that guy's droid was really fat. Look seriously. But yeah, the big elephant in the room, Ahsoka. Yeah, she's really annoying here. I do love how she grows throughout the series, but in the movie and in the first season, she really isn't the best. She just whines all the time. It's so annoying. Okay, and she just kind of bring down Anakin's character here a little bit. I mean, of course, Obi-Wan isn't dragged down by Ahsoka, so he's the best part of the movie. But I mean, Anakin could have been the best part of it. Ahsoka wasn't with him. Because most of the time, Anakin is just talking to Ahsoka. Okay, that's just kind of annoying. But I do love Anakin's character here, especially when he's interacting with Obi-Wan, as I said. Okay, and I always kind of found it a little bit weird how the Clone Wars movie and TV show didn't take place like directly after Episode 2. But I mean, I'm kind of glad it didn't because I mean, I didn't really. I don't know, man. It's just better this way. Mean, and Anakin has to be, mature enough to have an apprentice of his own and all that. Okay, I do kind of like how it was kind of planned for Anakin to get this apprentice by Obi-Wan and Yoda. It was kind of cool. Anyway, back to how annoying Ahsoka is. Okay, she's just an annoying younger sister that you have, and she's really really annoying. And also, it's kind of weird that Anakin has an apprentice. Like, I really wish in Star Wars canon that the Clone Wars did last longer than 3 years, because it doesn't really make any sense in the grand scheme of things. Like, how? I don't understand how Anakin grew up from where he was in Episode 2, and then I got an apprentice and trained her, and then she grew up throughout the Clone Wars, and all that happened in like 3 years. I mean, come on, man, it's a little bit weird. Like 5 years would have been perfect for the Clone Wars, okay? And it was still been a little bit weird that Anakin got an apprentice in his early 20s, but sure. Yeah, but the whole shield thing is kind of dumb. Okay, why did the droids walk over this box? Are they just stupid? Yeah, whatever. This opening plot though is probably the best part about the movie. Okay, the other two acts aren't really that great. The least favorite part here is probably Ahsoka and Rex's first interaction. I didn't really like how Ahsoka just to kind of assume that she was a higher rank than Rex. Shut up! She's been training for this war his whole life. He was born into it. You're just a stupid Jedi Padawan. Whatever. Let's move on. Wait, no. Before we do, we need to talk about this mediocre as a hell animation. I do not understand how this was actually released in theaters. Okay, I mean, sure, it's fine for a TV show, but it's kind of weird how the TV show's animation is better than the movies. This was obviously not meant to be a movie. It was, of course, meant to be a TV show, but the animation just doesn't really look finished in a lot of areas. Um, so yeah, it just kind of looks really plain and all that, and the characters don't always move that right. Okay, and we'll get to the lightsaber battles a little bit later, but yeah, it doesn't really feel right. And as everyone says, it wasn't meant to be a movie. This is one of George Lucas's worst decisions. I don't know how he thought this was meant to be a movie. He messed up here, George. So a bunch of stuff happens in the second act. Anakin and Ahsoka go to this place to retrieve Jabba the Hutt's son. We'll get to that plot later. And there's a big battle, yeah. Anakin and Ahsoka getting battle droids, and they steal a ship, and then they leave the planet. Yeah, wow. But what I want to talk about here is the lightsaber battle that happens afterwards. Now, first of all, this really should have happened with Anakin and Ahsoka. Like they already left with Jabba's son by the time that the lightsaber battle actually happens. Asajj Ventress is just there to fight Obi-Wan. If she was there to fight Anakin and Ahsoka, would have been better. She would have been like an obstacle, but it just doesn't really make any sense. So the lightsaber battle is just there to have a lightsaber battle, and that is also pointless because Anakin and Dooku fight later on. So this lightsaber battle is completely pointless. No, it's not completely pointless. They want to show us off Asajj Ventress's lightsabers, guys. So it's a very important that and we see Asajj Ventress's lightsabers. See, she has two curved lightsabers. Oh my god, that is insane. But also the lightsaber fights in this movie and like the first few seasons of the Clone Wars aren't really that great. Okay, they just move in between motion like so quickly. Look how fast it is. Look, it just doesn't look right. Okay, compare this to the season 7 fight with um Ahsoka and Maul. It's just the Ahsoka and Maul one is so much better. So weird. Also, it's kind of weird how fast Obi-Wan jumps up that wall. Like that's really weird. So the lightsaber fights, they're not very good at all. But yeah, the middle act, not really much to talk about there. But the final act, oh my god, whoa. There is something to talk about. Okay, so Anakin and Ahsoka go to Tatooine at the end of the movie, which in theory would be pretty cool. So, in theory, Anakin would open up to Ahsoka a little bit and tell her about the time about his mother and the Sand People. That didn't really happen that long ago, okay? Because I mean, probably only like 6 months ago, I'd say, by the time of the Clone Wars movies. That'll be interesting. Ahsoka talks about the stand, and then I thought Anakin's gonna flip out of this. So he's gonna really get angry. He's gonna stab her. Okay, then Ahsoka would have died. Nothing really happens though, and Dooku and Anakin are here for a lightsaber fight. I mean, it doesn't really feel that deserved though. But they're just gonna have it for the sake of it. But I'll excuse this one here because it's a Star Wars movie, so you kind of feel like you have to have a lightsaber fight. Christopher Lee is actually voicing Count Dooku. That's really cool. I do love Christopher Lee, but I think the actor in the Clone Wars does such a good job that's not really noticeable. The difference, really. I mean, I never really noticed. I mean, I guess if you really pay attention, I can, but I just have to. I'd have to see the voices like side by side. Okay, but yeah, it is definitely Christopher Lee who voiced him. So yeah, it was cool. Came back in the animated movie, but he didn't come back in the show. I mean, they would have to change the voice actor anyway, because I think Christopher Lee died a few years later, unfortunately, so he would have died halfway into the show. And you know what would have been really cool? Okay, instead of just having the plot twist that Dooku cuts through some rocks and didn't kill Baby Yoda. If seriously, that was or not Baby Yoda, baby Jabba, or Jabba's son. Have the plot twist, since they're on Tatooine, have it so that Dooku actually killed Shmi's mother. Like he told the Tusken Raiders to go after he arranged all that. Imagine how cool that would be. Imagine, man, that would be such a cool plot twist for Anakin to actually take in. Okay. Okay, and it would be really cool if he actually opened up to a bit about the Tusken Raiders earlier to Ahsoka, and maybe he said that he's kind of gone over it a little bit. It's been 6 months. He's kind of had to cope with the pain a little bit, but let's say he's gotten over it now. But then hearing that Dooku's actually had arranged it all and all that could have been really big for Anakin, and that could have made the movie actually kind of worthwhile. But no, guys, it didn't happen. Of course it didn't. You suck if you think it did. Also in the climax, Padme goes to negotiate with Zero or some crap. Zero the Hutt is fine character, but I really just don't understand her. Okay, like okay, we're not talking about Zero. Okay, here. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about how this feels so out of place. This feels like it's an act of a TV show because this comes into play literally at the end of the movie. What, you're not supposed to introduce a new plot at the end of the movie? If this is an arc of a TV show, it would have made a lot more sense. But yeah, as it stands, it just doesn't. Okay, it's just here because it is. I really don't have anything to say about it. Okay, yeah, Padme's here. Wow. C3PO is there. Wow. Clones are there. Wow. We're just gonna talk about Rhoda the Hutt, Jabba Jabba's son. I think it's called Rhoda. I did actually watch a really cool video on what happened to Rhoda the Hutt after the Clone Wars. I think Jabba sent Rhoda into hiding during the Galactic Civil War era or something like that, to go away to be safe. And when Jabba died, she never actually came out of hiding to become the rightful ruler. So I mean that was strange. Whatever. I find Jabba's son in this story to be very, very out of place. How did they create a baby Jabba before baby Yoda? That is just really weird to me. He just doesn't fit in, okay? And the Ahsoka's just really fond of him. Oh my god, he's so cute, Master. Oh my god. Also, Anakin checks Rhoda's temperature with his his robotic hands. Like what the hell, man? Whatever. Also, I want to talk a little bit about the ending. I mean, it's not that much special, to be honest. But I mean, I don't know why Anakin just let Ahsoka run off with the Hut, and she got cornered by a few Magna guards, and she probably should have just died. But you know what? Plot armor. Am I right? Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. So I guess that is done. Is it for me talking about the Clone Wars movie? There's nothing much to talk about here. This movie just is kind of boring. Yeah, it's safe to say wasn't the best introduction to the series. I do love the Clone Wars TV show. Yeah, but of course, this just didn't do it for me. The animation wasn't as good as the TV show, which is a bit strange. The show should have been a downgrade when you think about it, and it just overall felt like an arc of the show. Okay, so it was It was strange. Lightsaber fights just didn't really work very well, and Jabba the Hutt as kind of like the plot device for this movie just didn't work at all. But whatever, it's fine. At least the series is way better. So yeah, we can just go watch the TV show now. Okay. Yeah, I did struggle to find footage of this movie on YouTube, and that says a lot. Okay, no one really cares about this movie, and the actual show has a huge fandom. So I mean that's a bit strange. Whatever, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. Next week will be the Young Sheldon season 4 retrospective. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to season 6 releasing. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.